Alright, we're recording. This game is too damn funny, so I couldn't not record this. I'm hoping it's pulling in my Discord audio, actually. I don't know if it is. Let me double check that real quick. That seems like a huge failing if I'm not adding Joe to this. Add audio. I don't know how to make it do that, actually. I've never really tried. I will find that out another time. So we're going to click resolve all. This is Joe over here on the other side playing this black and white deck. This is a combination that I came up with sadistically one day, and Joe has improved upon it a little bit for his commander deck here. And this is hilarious because if you look, I've got this giant flying army of angels. Now, he didn't have this for a long time, so I definitely could have killed him. But that's not the point. The point was to play and have a little bit of fun because I smushed him last time, and that wasn't as fun. So we're playing this out. This is a commander game in Magic the Gathering. This will be the second commander game I've ever played. And I went with Johnny as my commanders because he's a wise counselor. And I like to think I give wise counsel. Don't worry, Joe, I put on my Jesus pants. Alright, so Joe finally made it so that I can't use my Johnnies to gain life anymore, even though it's a little bit late for that. But we got an interesting combination here, because with the Bishop of Wings, every time an angel enters the battlefield under my control, I gain 4 life. Whenever an angel I control dies, I have to create a 1/1 spirit creature token. Well, the thing about creating tokens for me is right now with Divine Visitation, every single time I have to have any token come underneath my control, it automatically becomes a 4/4 white angel token. So it triggers the Bishop of Wings, giving me more life. And that's going to trigger my Resplendent Angel, giving me yet another angel. And I get another angel from the Tender Shoe Dryad. So I'm getting a buttload of angels every turn. And now I have to sacrifice an angel each turn. But it's okay. What I'm interested to see here is how much of my life Joe can take. And if he's got a board wipe card in his deck that kills all creatures, he may have just enough to kill me. But we'll have to see. I may have to actually start attacking with a couple more of my life link critters, and we'll see what happens there. I do have a trump card in my hand, but I don't want to throw that out right now. It is tremendous, Joseph. You have to take my word for it. The words on it are so beautiful. and I'm and I'm gonna make Joe pay for it. I gotta try not to laugh too loud. My wife yelled at me last night. She's right, yeah. At the beginning of my upkeep, I have to just sacrifice one of my many free angel tokens. But that's okay, because at the end of all this, I'm going to get another angel token. Hey, Joe's finally gaining his life. Hey, my angel came back. Yep. Hey, Joe. I don't want you to hate me for this. This isn't my trump card, by the way. So we got 13 lands there. 2 more there. So altogether, what? That's like 9? I'm just kind of... See, I could have paid that cost. So I completely forgot about that. So that's my fault. I could have created a buttload more. But who cares? You're getting angels and life. No, no, Joe the Forest was not my trump card. Alright. See, every turn he's gonna let that guy die. He's because his someone's gonna let him create a new one. Every single turn. But I have to kill him to gain the life, even though technically I'm gonna lose the life. So that I can trigger that guy to gain more life, to gain more angels, to gain more life. It's a whirlwind audience. The triggers are crazy, man. And to think this is with only 2 cruel celebrants. If you had created a lot more of those, this would have been even crazier. Yeah, 17 cards left. I've got 27. You're burning through that deck pretty fast. See, if I didn't have this life gain deck, Joe would have killed me a long time ago with this combination. So most decks would ultimately just not even see half of this. It would have been dead a long time ago. As Cameron found out earlier. A bigger flyer. I'm so torn. I wish we could like save this game right here and then play it out both ways, you know? Because part of me wants to see how much damage you would take from all the angels. Because you figure most of them are, those 30 of them are 5/5s, essentially. Another 40 of them that are 4/4s. I mean, that's a huge amount of damage just right there. One could say you've gone bat crazy. Here's a question. My question is, when the helm creates a token that's a copy of another creature, does it become the angel or does it become the dryad? We'll find out in a little bit. He'd have been good too. Honestly, they all kind of, except for the fact that if it's the angel, then it won't proliferate. Boop-a-doop-a-doop. It's the battle of which one has more importance. I wonder if it'll be a legend. No, it won't be legendary because it did just create it. Yep. Oh shit, that was all still during my turn? Holy shit. So we still don't get to find out yet because we have to wait for everything to friggin' resolve on the white and black decks end. Ooh. My goodness. Will good triumph over evil? Is the power of life and forests and little tree men with flowers more powerful than bats and vampires who may have been bats or may become bats can be? I'm curious about your corpse knight having vigilance because I'm caught up with the idea of a vigilant dead guy. Because don't get me wrong, he's dead, so he's got like nothing else to do with his time, so he could definitely be vigilant. But he's dead, so you know, like how does he become vigilant? Hey, you got another flyer. He's like, you're not taking with that sunlight angel again. See, what Joe doesn't realize is he can wipe the whole board, and even if he can get rid of all of my life, he still can't kill me thanks to this card. What deck was that we were playing that the game had like a massively hard time keeping up with all of the triggers? That was the Polyraptor Infinite combo? That was hilarious. Magic most of the time does a pretty good job of getting rid of infinite combos nowadays, but they let that one slide through. See, I haven't been using this guy to create more angels, because instead of tokens, I get angels. So, hey, look, an angel. My turn. Hey, look, more angels. Yep, it created another angel. That makes me sad. Just for that, I'm gonna kill an angel. Don't worry, whenever an angel dies, I get another angel. That's pretty twisted. Effectively, I have an infinite supply of angels. Because every time you kill them all, I will get more angels. For each one I lose. So I literally can never lose any quantity of angels at this point. Joe, I've become God. All I need is my Chomano combo, and this would be just absolutely terrifying. I looked down from my seat, and all I could think was, this deck could use a few more angels. I figured if in the Bible, God created thousands of angels for each one of us, I could create thousands of angels just for Joe. You notice how we're not attacking Joe. We are loving Joe right now. We are creating a safe place for him. When we're even all this darkness and shadow and malevolence of this deck, I won't allow him to hurt me, but I won't allow him to hurt himself. He doesn't have to live with the pain and unenduring agony of knowing that he hurt me. I don't want him to have to face that internal struggle. The best part is, even if you could attack with all those flying creatures, well, you mean you can, but if you did, I could just block with a bunch of angels. And my angels would die, because most of them have like death touch and shit. So they're definitely gonna die. Even the ones that don't die, I mean, nothing's gonna happen. But the ones that do die are just gonna give me more life, because they're gonna come back as angels, which trigger the Bishop of Wings. So I get more life. This is the most beautiful thing I've ever accidentally done, other than make children. Are you deciding what card to play here? Or do you have to discard? You've only got 12 cards left here. Sky March Bloodlord, huh? You gotta whittle away at some of my life here. See, I used to gain all this life every turn. 2 life for this set, Johnny. Then 2 life, or 3 life for that guy. And then I have another Johnny here who gave me 1 life for every single guy I controlled, which of course increased with time. Joe luckily was able to play a card that stopped me from using those guys. Let's see where's the little artifact. Is the Immortal Sun? Yeah. Without this one, I would have untold thousands of life right at this point. Oh, that's right, because he's an enchantment and a creature now. The only enchanting creature. Let's face it, the only real enchanting creature is my wife. These are all false. I don't even know how I'm going to say that because she's definitely not going to watch this. And even if she were going to watch it, she would watch it for all of about 30 seconds before she slapped me and said, that is so stupid. Even though, I kid you not, they just had Jacksepticeye and Markiplier. They just did that charity thing. And she's like, look at all the good things gamers do. Why can't you do stuff like that? And I'm like, I probably could. But every time I play a game, she's yelling at me. Yeah. Oh, they was it electrocutions to the stomach? I think for the spasms. I would actually be interested in trying that only because I have like really super thick skin, and I don't have like I don't know if it's a high pain tolerance or low sensitivity to like sensation. Like I feel things, but like they all feel kind of rubbery on my skin. I don't, I don't. I guess I to me it doesn't sound like I perceive pain the same way as other people perceive pain. And I'm like, oh okay, maybe it's just me. Maybe I have a high pain tolerance or. So I'm kind of curious because like with my tens unit, have you ever used one of those? It's like you'll see in like massage parlors, doctors use it a lot of times for different forms of therapy. But the kind of that shocking belt for the stomach that they used to have for like tone your abs. It's kind of like a yeah, it just started. It's kind of like one of those things where you put a little sticky pad on two different spots and it runs electrical current through those pads and it makes your muscles kind of tense up and relax. And the idea is to kind of like make your muscles it'll work your muscles and soothe them so that when you have muscles that are too tight, it should automatically after time make them start to relax and like give up and just and it does feel pretty good. But like I can't have mine on the low settings whatsoever. Mine I almost always have to have them on the maximum setting to feel it. And the muscles will be jumping, but I feel nothing. I can watch it move, but it doesn't feel like anything's happening. So for me, it's kind of trippy. You just did a whole lot of damage for me to end up with basically the same life. 444. That's exactly what I lost. And we'll use this guy. What the hell? Because let's face it, what this court really needs is another angel. Let's make another angel. We've got 85, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 angels out here so far. And Joe, let's face it, you're an angel too. Did he tell you to call them morons? That's you lick the boxes. I go to work licking boxes just to make sure that if there's a coronavirus, I lick it off so that you don't get it. My tongue's abrasive. It really gets into the creases and almost that texture of the box. It's like a cat tongue, really. We actually have to get starting tomorrow. We're gonna start at our Walmart store anyway. They're gonna be temp checking everybody, making sure that whether if we're warm enough to or cool too cold, they're gonna make sure that we're healthy. And I was joking. I'm like, I actually normally walk to work when my wife doesn't come home because I don't want to drive my truck. I reserve that for my music, so I don't want to have to unpack my equipment to drive it all the way over there. So I just it's only like 12, 15 blocks, something like that. So that's not terrible. So I walk to work, and I'm like, I should just run to work. Could you imagine that? Because they're gonna ask questions too about everything. So I run to work. I'm gonna be all hot. And be like, oh man, they're gonna temp check me. I'm gonna be like 100 degrees or something. They're gonna be like, ooh, wow, you're quite warm. You feeling okay? I'm like, give me a second. They're like, oh man, you're having a hard time breathing too, huh? I'm like, no, just give me a moment, because it's cold out still. And I've got allergies, so I could be coughing. They're gonna be like, "Oh my God, we gotta send this guy into quarantine." And I'm gonna be like, "No, I have to go to work. I'm an essential worker. I need to cut the cheese. Oh man, that 25 grand. I've it's the same thing that I've seen with like when they were giving away the or talking about the stimulus check already about other people were like, "Oh, I make too much money. It's bullcrap. I don't get it." I'm like, "You don't get it because you make too much money. You're comfortable. You're fine. The rest of us over here like, "Oh, damn. I hope that I can pay my bills." And they're like, "Well, you shouldn't get it." Dude, if you're already making the 80K, who are you judging? Right. And how many people are laid off? I get that. But on the other hand, you know, essential workers are over there. I gotta be honest with you, man. I've seen people who they look like they're shell shocked because of the amount of crap that we have had going through Thanksgiving's blitz after Thanksgiving sales. What they call Black Friday or whatever the hell they call it now. They keep changing it. But what are you trying? Are you attacking my dude with just one? Oh. Part of me worries that you're gonna kill my angels so I can get more angels to get more life. Hey, Emmy, I found an infinite angel combo. My angels cannot be killed. If you'll have to watch my video when I upload it to YouTube, I actually talk about it because I didn't realize I had it until I had it, and I was like, "Holy crap!" Every time I have to lose an angel, I get back a 1/1 white flying token that turns into a 4/4 angel token immediately, and I gain 4 more life for it. I'm like, wow, I never lose an angel. I just gain more life. Yep. Is that the number of instances up there? At 275? All right, let's see what goes. Let's not forget, I've got this one with flash in my hand that prevents me from. Well, you can read it yourself. I'll wait until the terrible happens, and then here we'll just play it now because it'll take effect anyway to the end of my turn. So we'll let Joe see that just because it's fun, and then we'll click resolve all and continue the many transfers there. So no matter what happens now during this turn, I cannot run out of life. And I gain 4 more life. Joe, I'm waiting for you. It's not coming up for me to resolve. Did we break the game? Like, maybe if I click past turn. The game's like, holy crap, he was gonna die, but now he's not gonna die, but he has to die. I don't know how to proceed here. He can't. Maybe it's thinking in the background. Should we give it like a little bit to figure it out? Basically, Infinity. Can I just click done? Like, why would it get stuck here? I'm not sure why it would get stuck there. Like, it's not coming up with the thing anymore. Hey, Joe, I just want to explain something to you here. This is a miracle. This is what happens when the angels come together. And that, they... 272 stacks, it says. Of just the bats? The ashes? Oh, the Crucible Brent. That's how many life I would have lost there. And then there's triggering effects in between there that would have triggered from those. Like these guys right here would have actually started jumping in between all of these guys. So it would have been quite a bit of life. I would have died, but I can't die now because Angel of Grace entered the battlefield. And she was she was just supposed to prevent my life from going below zero, which would have happened in a normal circumstance. But apparently God intervened and said no. This is how strong this protection of angels for Joe is. They don't want him to be disappointed, so they're not even going to let this resolve. So I'm gonna end this little feed here and save that video, and we'll upload that. But you can't even concede. That's too much. That's amazing.